What's happening, guys? Okay, a little bit different start to a video this week. I'm still at, I've worked out where I am now, I'm still at Eckerts Creek, which is behind me, and that's about 3-4 k's from Berri. Ended up staying here a little bit longer. I started catching a few yabbies, which I'll show you later on in this episode. And there's a bit of wind coming up. I think it's Thursday, Friday, fairly strong, and I'm going to be protected where I'm moored up over there. So I think I'm probably going to stay here till Saturday morning and then shoot off to Berri for the weekend and hang around there for probably 4 or 5 days. But yeah, at the moment we're at Eckerts Creek, and I'm going to go for a bit of a walk today, and if I see anything interesting I'll show you what's happening. So I thought I'd put a couple of yabby pots out, and these are the opera nets, which are illegal in some states, I do believe, but these are actually still legal in South Australia as long as the inlet section isn't any bigger than 7.5 centimetres. But I think they're probably phasing them out over the next year or so, but that's what I've got. So let's see if we got any yabbies in here. Oh, gee, we got 2 nice ones there. Look at the size of that one. I never catch yabbies. You beauty. A couple there. I've got another net over in another little creek. We'll go and check that in a minute. Pretty happy with that. And that's just a bit of fritz in there, and I think an old chop bone. There's a bit better look at the size of him. He's curled up a bit there, but not too bad. Get him in the bucket with the other one. Other one's a touch smaller, and he didn't bite me, so pretty happy. So here we are, guys. This episode's catch and cook. There we go. Got some nice yabbies there, and gonna make a sandwich out of them. Couple of sandwiches with a bit of butter, bit of salt, and some lemon pepper seasoning. Looking good. So there we have it, guys. Yabby sandwich coming up, and score review coming up in a minute. Looking good. A little bit of lemon pepper on there, a little bit of salt, and a bit of butter on the bread. Okay, guys, food review. Shit, I'm looking a bit rough here, aren't I? Better go and have a shave and a shower tonight, I think. No one around I can scare out the back of the boat. Yabby sandwich, absolutely sensational. The lemon pepper did it. 8.3. That's my review. Catch you guys tomorrow. Good morning, how's it going? And we're off, heading to Berri. Very short trip this morning, only about 45 minutes I'm guessing. And we'll pull up at Berri for the weekend. I think it's Saturday morning. Get a bit of washing done, a bit of shopping done, a bit of fuel. Might stay there for 3 or 4 days. So just coming into Berri now. Got the slipway there with the Marion on it, which came up from Mannum. Getting a few new planks put in it, I think. And I think it goes back in about a week's time. How's it going, guys? So here we are. We've rocked up at beautiful Berri. That's only been about a 45-minute trip this morning to get here from Eckerts Creek. And great little spot, going to spend the weekend here and do a bit of shopping, a bit of washing, and probably hang around till Tuesday or Wednesday. I might move down a bit, but we'll go for a bit of a walk around Berri, show you what it's all about. Another thing I'm going to put up here, which one of the subscribers put in the chat for one of my videos, is wanting to know sort of what the weather was like and stuff like that. See me all rugged up in the mornings when I'm moving along in the houseboat. But most of those mornings I've been left at like 6:30 in the morning, and it's probably been around 8 or 9 degrees Celsius, but warms up a bit during the day. But we are gradually getting into the summer now here in Australia, and today, what date is, I think it's about the 15th, 16th of October, and beautiful day. 25 degrees Celsius, warming up in the next 3 or 4 days up to about 30. So gradually warming up from now on. And what else did he want to know? Where we are. So I'm going to put a map up straight after this, if I can work out how to do it, and show you exactly where we are in Australia and where we are in South Australia, and then where we are on the river and where I started from. So I keep thinking people sort of know where we are, but there's probably even a lot of people in Australia that don't know exactly where I am on the river, so I'm going to start doing that from now on. So great suggestion there, and let's go for a bit of a walk along the river. Okay guys, so it's about time I showed you exactly where I am. Had a couple of comments now saying maybe show us where the River Murray is and where I am on the River Murray. So that's what I'm going to do here. So we've got our map of Australia, and I'm going to be probably pretty rough using this app, but I'm going to try and use the little drawing stencil and see if I can get it to work, and see how it goes. So this is where the River Murray runs. It's actually right on the border. This is New South Wales over here. Yes, I've got it working. This is Victoria down here, and this is South Australia up here. So the River Murray starts in what I think they call the high country or the snowy mountains. So it's probably about in here. Now I'm not going to get this exact, so don't start coming on here telling me I'm wrong with everything. This is just a rough idea, and it travels up through here along the border of Victoria and New South Wales, gets in here to South Australia, and runs up and around and comes out through Lake Alexandrina and to the mouth of the Murray down the bottom right here. And the current spot I'm in at the moment is Berri, which is about in there. I'm trying to do a cross. I'm using the mouse on my leg. But that's roughly where we are, but we're going to zoom in and show you a bit more. Okay guys, we've now zoomed in a little bit, and up here to the right we've got Mildura and Wentworth, and I don't think I mentioned it in the last map video, but the border of New South Wales, which that's New South Wales up here, and this is Victoria, the border runs right along the River Murray, and it flows down through here into South Australia and through Renmark, and this is Berri where I am at the moment. I'll try and put a little cross in there, and then flows all the way down through South Australia, through Murray Bridge, through Tailem Bend, my great little hometown down there, and out through Lake Alexandrina and past Goolwa and through the mouth of the Murray. Now you're probably thinking, why doesn't it run out through this little section here? But there's actually barrages all the way along there, which keeps fresh water in Lake Alexandrina. And where I started my trip was just down here at Meningie, probably a little bit lower than that cross, but travelling up through Lake Albert, and then continued on up the mighty River Murray. Now there's markers all the way up along the River Murray. They're supposed to be about every 2 kilometres, but there's a lot of them missing. But in the books, the River Murray books, it shows you exactly where you are, and those distances are measured from the mouth down here. And where I started was Meningie, which was a bit lower than this, so it's nearly exactly equivalent of starting from the mouth. And where I am currently at Berri, we are at the 525 kilometre mark. So that's how far I've travelled in my little journey so far. And we'll go and zoom in a bit closer and show you Berri. So here we are, zoomed in a bit closer to Berri, and I am moored up about right there where I'm trying to do this cross with the mouse on my leg. And yeah, that's a great little town of Berri, which you would have seen in this video. My previous video I was down here. This is Eckerts Creek, and I was parked at the southern arm, I think they call it, which comes up through there, and there's a northern arm of Eckerts Creek. And there was a couple of little side creeks that were running in here, and I was moored just into there. Those side creeks in there was where I did my yabbying. So yeah, that's where we are, and we'll be moving on to Renmark in the next couple of days so I can get my COVID jab. I can't get it until the 25th, I think, of this month, so that's about 6 days away. So we're pretty much near the main street of Berri. Got a lot of shops and that over there. The main street is up there to the left. Got the Berri Hotel in the distance and a little cafe right on the river. A few ducks there going for a walk, and plenty of spots to park houseboats, or more houseboats. There's a jetty down a bit further, not this first one but one down further. I tend to like pulling up to trees better, and that way I don't have to pull in sideways. I always think pulling in sideways people can see my generator and all that sort of stuff, so I found this little spot here perfect, and close to all the amenities. And we're going to go for a walk now downstream and in under the bridge and to the slipway where the Marion paddle boat is up on slip at the moment, getting some new planks put in, I believe. And there's the Marion on the slipway. They've reversed it in because I believe the planks they've got to change are near the back, and it's a bit easy to work on. I took a bit of a video in the tinny the other day, so we'll cut across to that and show you what it looks like from the river. Got the Marion here up on the slipway. It passed me about a week ago at Teely Sandbar. So let's go for a bit of a walk upstream in Berri and check it out. You can see down here they got some gym sets, which I've been getting up at about 5 o'clock in the morning and using just to keep up my athletic appearance. So this is where the old ferries used to be. You can probably be, I can't zoom in with this, or I can, but I don't know how to use it properly, but 2 ferries, and you can see both the entrances over there, I think, and one would come into here. They've still got the spot here where the ferry used to pull up, and I'm pretty sure the second one's been filled in, so the second one would have been here where all this limestone and cement work is. So this is the Jimmy James Reserve. He was an Aboriginal tracker, used to help the police out a bit, and was known to have saved a few lives, people getting lost. I'll just put that in there. I don't know whether you're going to be able to pause it and read it if you're interested. And this is the boat ramp and the great little lagoon. Boat ramp out to the left. This is where I towed the little paddle boat Avalon. If you haven't seen that video, it's probably back about 6 videos. Where the little paddle boat broke down, I ended up towing it back into here so they could put it back on their trailer. Okay guys, so pizza review time. This is the second pizza I've had for the trip. Last one was at Mannum. One of my favourite foods, I suppose, but it's only the second one I've had on the trip. Mannum one was pretty good, I think. Can't remember the score. It's on the video somewhere, probably about an 8.1 I reckon. But let's check this one out. Doesn't look too bad. Check it out. Got the little table there to stop it flopping. Feels a little bit floppy. Under crust could be probably done a bit more. But I did walk it back from the pizza shop, so steaming up in the box will allow for that. So one bite, everyone knows the rules. Pretty bloody good, especially seeing I haven't had one for 2 months. Nice little bit of crunch on the crust. Not as good as the Mannum one, but still pretty good. 7.6. That's my review. Okay, we're off to the laundromat, get a bit of washing done. Picked up this trolley, and I've been getting a few funny looks. I think a few people are thinking there's a new homeless guy in town, because I do look a bit rough, unshaven, a little bit dirty clothes, but too bad. The homeless guy's heading to the laundromat. If I can steer this thing. Okay guys, well that's going to finish this video. Not too many dramas so far. Did have trouble with my generator. It's only about 5 months old and started conking out, and when it got a bit warm, tried replacing the spark plug, didn't really help. Took the carby off, checked all that, didn't help. I'm pretty sure it's the coil when it gets a bit warm, but in the end it wouldn't even start at all. So I've decided I had to replace it with another cheap Chinese one. So we had Repco's just up the road there, only about 150 metres, so bought another one from there, just a $600 one. But it did spike into my budget a bit, but I sort of need it just in case the weather turns bad. I don't want my food in my fridge and my freezer going off. But we've got that all organised, got all the washing done today. I must admit I did look a bit like a homeless guy pushing a shopping trolley around with a bag with clothes in it, and then I think the guy at the Berri bottle shop at the hotel wondered what was happening when I walked through with the trolley, and got a couple of casts of scared of the dark medicine. But we got it all done, and we're sitting here now, as you can see in the background, still at Berri, and it's Thursday I think. I'm probably going to head off. I've got to check the weather yet, but probably tomorrow morning or Saturday sometime, and plan is to get halfway to Renmark, and we'll do 2 stops. Halfway to Renmark, have a camp over, and then I'll stop. There's supposed to be some nice areas just before Lock 5. I'll pull over there and camp another night so I can get up nice and early and get through the lock, and then we get to Renmark, and got got a couple of mates to meet there and get my COVID jab, and then once all that's done, and I think I'm going to be meeting my sister and brother-in-law there, get all that done and work out about crossing the border, and we'll be off. We won't be hanging around quite as much as I have been the last 2 or 3 weeks, so we'll get a move on then. So we'll catch you guys later. Hope you enjoyed the vlog, and we'll see you guys next week.